Hey guys, so today I'm going to analyze the Nifty 50 stocks for the 2nd of February. The market is closed. The current time is, 17:07, that's 5:07 p.m. IST. So the first stock which I'm taking is Power Grid. So I'm just going to Power Grid. But before I share about Power Grid, one thing which I'm seeing clearly in Paytm is we actually developed, so there is a lower circuit, but still there are lower stops at 605 and 597. They have not been taken out. So I'm just going to Power Grid and see, what's happening in the current auction. Okay. So looking at Power Grid, currently I'm seeing it one time framing a bit higher. So we have broken out of the bigger balance. So this is where the bigger balance is in the picture. But yeah, we have an excess and we have broken out of the bigger balance. This was the balance, so 259 and up. So yeah, and plus, there is some balance, created here. So tomorrow, looking at the pre-open, I'll be looking to see, first of all, do we fill this balance, basically the single print, or do we continue higher, right? So currently, Power Grid is sort of one time framing higher. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6. 6 days, the Power Grid Corporation or Power Grid as a stock, underlying stock, it is, in a up move. Okay. So one was Power Grid. Second, I don't see any big volume on the upper end. On the lower end, the top losers, LT. Okay, let me see what's happening in LT. Yeah, Larson and 2 Pro. So just wait for the charts to get developed. Currently, what I'm seeing in LNT is we are basically having a 2-day balance. We have a gap. The gap is not yet filled, but we have the couple of stops which I'm seeing. So there was one stop here around the 30 or 33.40 levels. Apart from that, let me just go back and see. So we have one more gap which has not been filled, right? So overall, 30 to 40 is the zone where, 30 to 40 to 3200 is where I'm looking for the gap to be filled. But overall, stock is sort of one-time framing lower since last 2 days. We are in a 2-day balance, and I'll be looking at the previous day's low and the high and see. But yeah, there are some couple of single prints, so these are indicating sellers in the system. So yeah, we got one balance here, one balance here. So if price opens within this zone or above this zone, I'm looking for price continuation higher. If we do not see that, then I'm looking for a chop between 3380 to 3460. This is the overall range, where I'm looking for a chop. That is for LNT. And any other stock, I'll just take the last one, that is JSW Steel, and see what's happening. But yeah, there are upper stops here, lower stops in LNT. They are way at 3035. After that, we have at 3002, and then more stops below 2860. Okay. Now let me just look at JSW Steel. So what's happening in JSW Steel? We are actually in a balance. We have a sort of an excess. So there is an excess around 790 level. But yeah, we are trading in a balance and we still have a single print here, or an excess. So this is the overall range, which I'm seeing. In this particular range, we have not yet, so at the mid of the range is where I'm seeing supply. So the first stop is at 830. Second stop is at 840. And, the third stop where I'm seeing is at 845. Yeah, so those are the three stops. Plus we have this excess low. Let me just go back and just squish this chart. Let me just go back. And yeah, there are a couple of stops seen. So there are a couple of stops seen at 778, 760. So more stops here. So there are more opportunities lower, but yeah, up to 720 is where I'm seeing lower stops. But we are just in a sort of a balance, right? So it's going up, going down, going up, going down. For me, this particular low, which is created at 785, right? 785 is very important. If this level holds, then, I'm looking for price to rotate higher. Okay. So yeah, that's it, where I'm just trying to cover, and let me just see from the trap buyers and sellers perspective. There are a lot of trap buyers seen. There are a couple of traps, shorts or sellers in JSW Steel. The other one was L&T. What's happening in L&T? Where are the trap buyers and sellers? So there are a couple of trap buyers above 3430 and more trap sellers at 3368 and 3324. Yeah, so these are the levels where I'll be observing the price reaction. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of shorts are trapped in L&T. And the third stock which I took was Power Grid. Let me just open Power Grid. So Power Grid was in a one-time framing, I think 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, these are the areas where the shorts are trapped. So 264 to 260, 255, 248, 2838, and 222. Okay. So yeah, so these are the areas, which I'll be looking for the next trading day on the 2nd of February. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, bye for now.